The Porsche 911 isn't just a car, it's a part of car history. And as an icon, some things have to remain the same. The teardrop shape, the flat six engine. But icons do change sometimes, and this year Porsche is changing the fundamentals, one of the fundamentals of the 911 that's been with us since day one, a naturally aspirated engine. Yeah, for 2017, even the base 911 Carrera gets a turbocharged flat six engine. I'm Marty Padgett, we're here, we're going to take a drive in it today in Napa and tell you how it is. From the outside, you can't tell that there's much new with the 911. It's been sold in its current form since the 2012 model year, and almost nothing changes from the outside, save for some new air intakes and wheel designs. It's out back where the 2017 model marks a big moment in 911 history. The base Carreras are making the switch to turbocharged power, so yes, there are turbos and then there are turbos. And now for the grand reveal. Seriously, that's all you get to see of the engine, so let me tell you about what's in there. Every Carrera this year gets a 3-liter twin-turbo flat six, and this is the standard car, so it's 370 horsepower, 331 pound-feet of torque. The best 0 to 60 times are about 4.4 seconds. The top speed, 183 miles an hour. The Carrera S, well, it lays down 420 horsepower and 368 pound-feet for a 0 to 60 time of as little as 3.7 seconds and a top speed of 191 miles per hour. With at least 20 more horsepower, the new Carreras carry around a little more weight, but it's not enough to make a difference on tracks like the mighty Nürburgring. That's where Porsche's clocked the new car at up to 10 seconds faster over a lap. The new turbo engine's kicking a wave of torque as low as 1700 RPM, and that gives it a big boost hitting the ring's long uphill climbs. You can drive the new 911 the old-fashioned way too. Like a real cork in an age of screw cap wine, the 911 comes standard with a 7-speed manual transmission. It's slower to shift and gets slower gas mileage than the optional 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, but really nothing can replace the sensation when you really give a shift. To generate more grip, the 911 gets a new version of the Porsche Active Suspension Management System and its adaptive dampers. It's standard on all 911 Carreras now, and it lowers the ride height by 0.4 inches. Rear wheels are 0.5 inches wider than before, and there are new shocks for better handling response. This year, every 911 also gets a driving mode selector. You can toggle through normal, sport, sport plus, and individual, and you can tailor different car settings to your liking. Throttle uptake, steering weight, and when you have a PDK, the shift speed. And that is just where the car nerdgasms start. The 911 is pretty much a technical brain dump of the highest order. There's variable ratio steering, virtual transmission gears, torque vectoring. This is a car that has 3 different exhaust systems with a sport exhaust option that funnels noise right from the engine bay into the cockpit in 3 different ways. Whether it's outfitted with adaptive everything or kept pure and plain like our car, the 911 rewards hard driving. The usual flat six metallic soundtrack is there, it's just coupled to the whoosh of turbo air intakes. One of the great things about Porsche is how finely you can spec it out. Base car with a 7-speed manual and adaptive damping, that's a great $90,000 touring car. Add on S trim, the Sport Chrono package, and rev matching for the shifter, and it's like turning all the dials up 1 notch. Go all in with the dual clutch transmission and active rear steering, and it's a legit sports car with almost pinpoint precision when you're carving up a mountain pass or needling through a canyon. Or you can just spec it out as a cabriolet, and then you'll open up another whole vein of endorphins. The 911 does not suck whatsoever as a daily driver either. The front seats are comfortable and form-fitting no matter which 911 you choose. The back seats are still kind of an outline of where real rear seats might be if the 911 had any headroom back there. Okay, so it's a 911. Remember, the engine is in the back, which means this is the trunk. A front trunk or a frunk, whatever you call it, it doesn't have much more space than a couple of soft-sided bags that can get you through a weekend, like 2 of these. And this year, the 911 addresses some major grievances with an all-new infotainment system. There's a 7-inch touchscreen under glass, and it gets Google Earth and Street View maps, as well as Apple CarPlay. Along with the literally hundreds of leather and trim touches that can jack up the price, you can also jack up the 911's front end by 1.5 inches and avoid scuffing that beautiful nose with a newly available hydraulic lift. The 2017 Porsche 911 lineup starts at about $90,000 for the Carrera, but there's a major uptick as you plump it up with options. And that's before you even get to turbo or GT3 territory. So what's the bottom line with the updated Porsche 911 for 2017? Yes, Porsche is turbocharging all the things, but they're doing it without erasing any of the iconic shape or its soul. I'm Marty Padgett. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.